Welcome, dear audience. This is Jasna Martinjak of your Vibrant Health Summit. How to recognize your body's needs, serve them, and improve your health. I'm so happy to have here with us Dr. Andrea Paige. Dr. Andrea Paige is a master of lifestyle medicine, founder of the Microbiome Think Tank. Andrea travels the world empowering people to take health back into their own hands, teaching from a place of resonance where you feel what she says. Rather than merely intellectualize it, she has great success with people actually employing the teachings in their life. Her lectures aren't mere points of, oh, that was interesting, but rather they are portals of activation for greater shifts in your life. Her students say just being around her makes you feel more alive. Live it up with her at www.lifeforvitality.com. Her points: fasted thousands of clients worldwide, gives regular public lectures, classes and workshops to seekers worldwide, teaches advanced yoga teacher trainings, collaborates on revolutionary projects in the realms of consciousness, health, and personal development, has built programs and managed clinics in Indonesia, India. Last 4 years served as director of the wellness center at the largest yoga studio in Asia, Bali. Of course, certified in Reiki, Shiatsu, plant-based nutrition, consulting, advanced radiology, colon hydrotherapy, and a number of other holistic healing arts. But isn't a specialist, a generalist who truly understands from the big picture perspective, and most importantly, delivers this shift in perspective to you in a way that empowers and stimulates. Committed to a life of vitality. Here's to radiate that into your cells. Andrea, welcome.
Thank you, Jasna. Woo! I'm glad I picked up half of the interview time.
Could you please tell our audiences, what are you currently working on?
Yeah, wow. I'm working on a million things. I have just arrived back from a 2-week sabbatical. I was in the desert of Nevada at Black Rock City for Burning Man. And there I was working with a camp called Decentral, where there are people who are looking to decentralize the entire world. And I was there representing the body and the decentralization of health. That this is truly one of my greatest missions, is to take our health back. That it's been far too long that we've been given our health away to doctors, medical professionals, authorities, as if we don't know anything about this body that we've inhabited for 20, 30, 40, 50 or more years. And so this is really what I'm always working on, but I'm working on it now more in the field of the entrepreneurial millennials, let's get stuff done and transform the world kind of vibe.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm working on solidifying my online fasting programs. I spent the summer in Amsterdam, and I was holding the last of my in-person fasting retreats. This is the work that I've been doing for the past, let's say, 5 or more years. And it's very draining for me to do it in person. And if I can do it online, I can not only be empowering my clientele even more, but I can reach thousands of people much easier. And so, yeah, this is what I'm always working on, is fasting, reconnecting people back to their inherent life force and a energy, kind of like a reset point that not many people get to. And it is a birthright experience. If you haven't fasted, then you can't really be talking about health, because you don't know what health is like without all of the chemical input that is food all day, every day.
I have a lot of experiences with fasting, and I know what you're talking about. So it's great to hear it. Yes.
Very good. Yeah, it's really the backbone of my entire practice, because when we learn what the body can be like without any inflammation, when we learn what it feels like to have our own inherent energy rather than external stimulus that's put inside of us day after day, then we get to actually be with ourselves. And so many people today are walking around the world, no matter where we are, if we're in Eastern Europe or Western Europe or North America or Asia, where I spend a lot of time, people everywhere today are just lost. And that's not anything they've done wrong. They're just feeling super disconnected to their body, or a sense of purpose, or knowing what to do with their life, or what it's like to feel good, because constantly, when we're bombarded by chemical food-like products, which is what most people are eating today,
Yeah.
There's no clarity here. And so I love, Jasna, that you started with your name means clarity. It's no wonder that you've had experience in fasting. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, that was my path for, well, 25 years of searching and applying. And there were 10 years I fasted every year, so I know the difference.
Yeah, for sure. It's perhaps arguably the most powerful practice that we can find, and it's a huge part of my life. And so sharing it with others it's almost a necessity in a way. And so that's really the entry point to the work I do. But when you ask what I'm working on, I'm always working on consciousness. I've just started a new TV channel, a YouTube channel, about, it's a little bit like a sexy young entrepreneur's guide to staying sane and thriving in the modern challenging world. It's called Conversations with the Default World. It's an echo from the lifestyle that people lead at Burning Man, where there's this idea that no matter what happens, you will be provided for, and that the universe is essentially conspiring in your favor at all times. And so I'm working on that, on just getting out the good word that everything's okay, that there's nothing you need to worry about. And we just need to come back to ourselves, come back to our very next breath, come back to 3 liters of water a day, come back to allowing our body's fluids as well as solids to detoxify and regenerate and renew themselves naturally, and come back to stop taking our life or ourselves so seriously and just have fun a little bit, right?
Yeah.
My specialty more than anything is physiological medicine, is looking at how we have control over the chemicals in our body. We have control over how we feel in any moment. And so what I do is I dose out tools and little hacks and shortcuts on how people can feel better now and then start to change how they're feeling at any moment throughout the future.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how do yoga and proper food positively affect our bodies?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's interesting because I have 2 parallel careers, if you will, with health and yoga. And so like you read my bio, and before you read my bio, you were like, this is something of a 50-year-old. And that's common what I get. How old are you? How is this possible? But as I told you, I don't like to waste time. And to me, it's really all one thing. Whether I'm talking about health or I'm talking about yoga, it's the same exact thing. And so when we look at it as expansion of consciousness, whether that's consciousness inside the physical body and how we can start to use it as a knobs and lever approach to understand what's going on in the body and how it works, or whether that's consciousness through the path of yoga, the path of union, the path of oneness, understanding that it's all the same and that you are no different than the next guy and you're a lot more alike than you've ever been different. And when we can come back to a space of compassion, really is what it is, then we're renewed with a sense of hope, and that has an effect upon our health. And so I think your question was about healthy living in general. Well, healthy living is far beyond food. And it's funny because I don't know if you've heard about the new disease, orthorexia, of people being concerned about eating too healthy, or essentially being concerned in general, and they only want healthy foods and all the other foods are evil and bad.
Oh yeah. I had that illness.
You had this, right?
I had it.
A lot of people coming into the health world often do. They go through a time period where they can only take their dualistic struggle mindset into the world of health and shun things. And that's how they get farther and farther down a path of health. And it only serves them so long, because actually all of that negative thought patterning has a toxic effect upon the body. So it doesn't matter if it's from the block of cheese or from the negative thoughts about the block of cheese that you're not eating, it still has a similar effect on the body. And so when I say I'm here to remind people to stop taking life so seriously and to start having fun and loving and being more free, like life is a celebration. And that has a medical effect. Yeah?
Yeah, I totally agree.
And I mean, in terms of my work right now, and you ask what I'm working on, a huge part of my work is something I've been studying over the past 7 years is astrology, Western astrology. And I've been including it more in my work professionally about the past 2 to 3 years, and starting to practice medical astrology, because when we can understand really the imprint, the magnetic imprint that was put upon us at birth, and the effect that that has upon us for our entire life, then we can see the ways in which we're holding ourselves back, and that's creating stress and thus disease. And we can also see the ways in which we're meant to step into and where we're meant to go to move forward. And it gives us this beautiful sense of direction that is medicine. Purpose is potent medicine.
That's beautiful.
Yes. Whether it's yoga, of course, movement of the body, control of the physiological systems, reminder of the breath, draining of the lymphatic system, training of the mind and the awareness to a point of dharana, of one-pointed focus, that we can be so present. And it's through that presence that really anything happens. We can manifest anything, or we can heal anything, or we can connect, or we can be seen, feel seen. That's really the human being's greatest desire, is to see and be seen. Yeah. And in all of that, right, we come back to ourselves. And that is the same journey, or let's say the same destination, that I take people down when we're in a fasting week or a fasting retreat, online or in person, right? They come back to themselves. And by the end of the week, it's undeniable. People say, I've never felt like this before. I've never felt this good. I didn't know I could feel this good. And I didn't think that I could go 7 days without eating solid fibrous matter. And so they have this renewed sense of like belief and reconnection to themselves. And so, as I called it already more than once in this interview so far, it's a birthright experience. It is something that we simply need to have as a human being. And so whether it's yoga, or whether it's fasting, or whether it's healthy living, being mindful about what we're putting in. And I want to really stress here, Jasna, that that's not just food and drink. For sure, it's eating mostly fruits and vegetables and having definite 3 liters of water per day on an empty stomach. But it's also what we're consuming in terms of the media we watch. Everyone watching this has chosen to be with you, Jasna. They've chosen to see the world through your eyes and to value what you're valuing. Hearing guests like me come in and say all these crazy random things and introduce these new ideas, right? They are aware of the media they are consuming. Most people in the world today simply aren't aware. And so what are you eating that's more than food? Who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? How much time do you have for yourself? Self-reflection, meditation, intention setting, self-love practices, dancing, singing for no reason at all. Yeah. Again, life is a celebration.
You got me here.
I got you here.
It's true, yeah.
When you say, how do these things serve in the world of health? They serve every single day in every single way. And it's all the same thing. It's all one. It's all conscious awareness. It's all presence. It's all breath. It's all flushing and flowing of waters, and it's all love. And it's a lot more simple than anyone telling you to take chia seeds or wheatgrass or any of that would want you to think. It's not about those things. It's about these things.
I need to upload. Yeah, you are nature. I don't know yet whether to call you summer or spring or something.
I'll take all. Give me all the seasons. Maybe not winter.
I'm really interested in when is it best to start yoga?
Yeah, so today, right now, everyone close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay.
When you close your eyes, make sure that you have space between your back teeth. Your lips are loose. And allow your limbs, your arms and your legs to get really nice and heavy. Jaw relaxes, shoulder relaxes. It feels like the elbows and the knees are so heavy that the hips and the shoulders loosen. On your next breath, feel the belly inflate and round. Allow it to be natural and long, and as you exhale, just let the air go. And then when the next inhale comes, pretend like it's your first breath and have the curiosity of a newborn baby. Belly rounds. This time allow the ribs to expand side to side, still on the inhale. And then naturally let it go whenever you're ready. And on this third breath, we'll allow the belly to fill, the ribs to widen, jaw still relaxed. Lift the shoulders slightly, not tense, just a little bit. That's your inhale, fill the chest, and then slowly relaxing. And those of you at home, you could literally rewind and do that 3 more times, 5 more times. And when you open your eyes with conscious awareness. Maybe even pause the video and go and look in the mirror and look into your own eyes and just stare and see and be seen. As we open our eyes, coming back into the space. Changed. Noticing our awareness of how we feel. This space of awareness is yoga. So all the funny little poses on the mat, those are just warm-ups. But it's this space of awareness that we can drop into in any moment, where we are not simply a character in our life, but we are narrating the story, we are offering the story, we are aware of the character while being the character. And that's how we practice yoga. And you've already started, so to answer your question.
Thank you for this lovely minute. There is another question I would like to ask you on detox, which is your prophecy, really. What would you recommend for this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, first of all, wouldn't say that detox is my prophecy. It was a little bit of a branding across my forehead with my last job in Bali, Indonesia. And it is quite a buzzword today, but detoxification is something that happens naturally in the body through living an aware and conscious life. And so I would say my prophecy is more consciousness, and that detox is a symptom of that. But every time is a good time to detoxify. That breath that we just took, that awareness that we just had, that was a process of detoxification. If nothing else, detoxification of distraction. That can be a really big one. Detoxing your distraction. Maybe I'll brand that. But bringing your presence anywhere will release any quality of toxicity or stagnancy in the body. And so, I mean, people looking to detox their body, I would ask them why. Why are you looking to detox? Is it because you're constantly putting in a tremendous amount of toxins, be that through alcohol or drugs? I mean, we think of the word intoxication. Intoxication. Not a lot of people think about that, right? Are you toxifying actively? And that's why you feel you need to detoxify actively. Or are you just wanting to live a life of more consciousness and expanded awareness? Well, guess what? Detoxification is going to happen as a natural result, and it's nothing you need to chase or buy or follow.
I just love your message. I really do. I don't know if I told you, but I didn't touch alcohol for 20 years in my life, and I just didn't like it.
Yeah, for sure. I have a lot of content and media on this. I post little mini videos every day, like little 1-minute reminders or questions or inquiries into our modern life. You can find me on Instagram at Live for Vitality, or on my Facebook page, facebook.com/AndreaPaige. And I posted one not too long ago about getting wasted, and what is that? Why do people like it? They like it because they're letting free and they're allowing life to be a celebration. And so everything that I'm saying, they take the shortcut, toxifying their body to get there. But what I'm here to tell you is that you can get there right now, right now. You just stop taking life so seriously. Shake it out and think about how much you have to be grateful for, and turn on your favorite music.
Please tell me, what is your greatest gratitude today?
Oh, my greatest gratitude today. Oh, that's a big one. I thought you were going to ask my favorite music. That would My greatest gratitude today. Well, as I told you, I'm here visiting my brother in Boulder, Colorado right now. I'm quite an international presence. I'm all over the world all the time. And so I stole about 3 days or 2 days even to come and see my brother in this beautiful place. And so my greatest gratitude right now is to just be with him and share time with him and presence. And I sat to hold space for him in a very special ceremony this morning, a medicine ceremony. And I think my greatest gratitude is that he invited our grandmothers in. And it was just this beautiful moment of connection and family and meaning and depth and purpose. And that is something that we all have, because each and every one of you watching was born from a womb. And so to honor that and to honor your lineage in just like okay, wow, I see that it took you to get me here. That's enough, but just allow yourself a teeny sense of sentimentality. And that's what I'm grateful for today. And I know I have a special gift for your audience before I play my song.
Yes, you do. I just wanted to say that you've been such an amazing guide on our call today, and thank you so much.
All right, so available on my website is a free ebook. You go to liveforvitality.com, LIVEFOR vitality.com. And it's there. It's a 2-week transformation guide to start today to radically revolutionize your life in very simple, culminative ways. That 2 weeks from now, you can look back and say, wow, I feel so much better.
Oh, great. Great. Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Andrea Paige. And thank you, dear audience, for listening / watching us. You will be receiving your next interview in your inbox tomorrow. And make sure you download your free gift in your email, unless you haven't already done so. And goodbye.